Well, good morning and welcome to Zen Fits. Are you ready for another Zen Fit? I am. I get up in the morning and I come down, nothing, nada. And I put on Facebook and I chant my Heart Sutra and turn on Morning Joe, and suddenly I get a Zen Fit. I get a Zen Fit. A Zen Fit is a single idea that resolves or transcends or connects opposites. So the Zen Fit today is, how is Catch-22 like Avatar? Avatar, the movie? Backwards because I'm doing this. But anyway, Avatar. I watched Catch-22 last night. I talked about it yesterday. You should watch it again. I'm sure it's on Netflix, or I think it was on Amazon Prime. I forgot. One of those. Anyway, it's about insanity. Catch-22 is insanity. And Catch-22 movie was a metaphor for an insane world. The metaphor was a little island with an airbase of bombers during World War II. So it was kind of like a hermetically sealed world, surrounded by an ocean. So it was insane in there. So so the hero escaped in the end by going mad, by making an insane leap. He jumped in the ocean in a little bitty boat with a little bitty paddle. And the movie zoomed out, and there he was, trying to paddle into the ocean, laughing hysterically. Insane. Yet he was free. So let's jump to Avatar. Ta-da. So Avatar is about that moment of Catch-22 when Jake Sully is caught between two opposite worldviews. The worldview of the Sky People, the worldview of the Navi. And he was oscillating between them in a no man's land, rejected by both. He couldn't choose one without the other. This ambiguity, the ambiguity of, hold on a minute, the ambiguity of the old woman and the young woman. Now you better find out, you better be able to see these, because I'm going to keep holding this up. Do you see the old woman? See the young woman? See the young woman? This is her right cheek, her right ear, her eyelash. See the old, that was the young woman. She's looking away. This is her eyelash, her right cheek, her right ear. And now the old, that was the young woman, the old woman, here's her nose, here's her right eye. You see? She's looking this way, the young woman is looking that way. Ambiguous. If you choose the young woman, try focusing on the young woman, the old woman appears. Focus on the old woman, the young woman. You can't choose one and hold it. You can't choose one when there's an ambiguous worldview, a Catch-22, you cannot choose one without choosing the other, because they're both the same, yet they're different. They're both the same. It's like this. All right, choose one hand, but they're both the same, right? But it's two. It's one, but it's two. If you choose one, the other one follows. The other one is also chosen, because they're one that is two, you see. But this is impossible. It's insane. How do you get out of that, you see? So Jake Sully got out of the Catch-22 of being caught in the no man's land between the view of the Sky People and the view of the Navi by leaping on the last shadow. Remember that? I'm sure most of you have seen that. And he said, this is an insane act, because there was no logical outcome. So when our hero, I can't pronounce it, forgot his name, in Catch-22, goes running in, jumps in the ocean in a little tiny boat and just starts rowing with a little tiny, one of these pilot boats, basically, what the pilot gets in if he crashes at sea. And the little paddle was about that big. So he's in there rowing in this vast ocean, you see. No logical outcome. An insane act. So it's the insane act that gets you out of insanity. But the catch-22 is that if you choose to be insane, to get out. That was the way the catch-22 opened. Our hero says, I'm done with flying. I've done my 20 missions. I'm going to get out. How do you get out? And the doc says, well, you have to be crazy. Oh, so if I'm crazy, if I say I'm crazy, I get out. No. If you say you're crazy, you can't get out. Because, and I forgot the logic here, but because if you say, but you can't, in other words, you can't choose to be crazy. So how do you become crazy if you don't choose it? That's the catch, you see. Well, you have to leap on the last shadow. You have to leap on death, and that's Zen. You have to leap on a leap of faith with no logical gaining outcome, no gaining idea, no fruit, no certainty, nothing. That's Indiana Jones stepping over the abyss in The Last Crusade. That's Jake Sully leaping onto the last shadow. That's our hero in Catch-22 jumping off, running off the island, laughing like mad. That's Zorba the Greek dancing on the ashes of their defeat. All of our movies are metaphors for this leap of faith. Our action heroes do it all the time in the movies. Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise is all about that. His plans fail. He's got this perfect plan. The plan fails, and he wings it. He just leaps. He just jumps. No outcome. No logical way to get out, but he gets out. So this whole idea of the Catch-22 is creating an insanity that is defined as being sane. So I was just watching this morning's Joe on Trump, my favorite Catch-22. So Trump says, I'm going to meet with Iran over and over and over. Even his cabinet officers say it. I'll meet with Iran anytime, any place, no conditions. No conditions. And then this morning he tweets, that's fake news. That's wrong. So that's Catch-22. He says one thing, and then he says the opposite. He says one thing, that's true, and then he says the opposite. No, that's true. Wow, 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 wow. Catch-22. 2-2. Catch-22. Wow, wow, wow. This is true. 2 minutes later, this is true. This is not true. This is true. This is true. This is not true. True, not true. Not true, true. Wow, wow, wow. Feedback loop. Stick a mic in front of an amplifier. Wow, 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 wow. Turn it off. I'm going crazy. The amplifier is going to blow up. Trump is Catch-22. We are in Catch-22. Caught between two logical views that are opposite, and you can't choose one or the other because they are ambiguous. They keep changing back and forth, you see. Now, what does that do? It creates uncertainty, anxiety, frustration, anger. Experience it yourself. What happened? Depression or violence? What happened? Depression. Depression is a way out of, is the results of a Catch-22. Whatever you do, you're screwed. Whatever you do, you lose. Catch-22. Whatever you choose, you're stuck. Whatever you use to dig yourself out, digs yourself in. It's kind of like I remember a guy had in the backyard or across the alley, the grass was muddy. He had a real powerful pickup truck and back wheels got stuck. So what did he do? He had a powerful engine. He just kept gunning that sucker. And he kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. So trying to get out, he got in deeper. Catch-22. So we're caught in a dilemma when what our strength is also our weakness. So whatever we use to get out is also getting us in. Catch-22. We don't know what to do. So we have to make a leap of faith. We have to go crazy. But we can't choose to be crazy. We can't choose to be weird. We can't choose to be foolish. We can't choose to be insane, because choice is paralyzed in Catch-22. If you choose to be sane, crazy, you're sane. That's the sane act. If you choose to be crazy in order to get out of the Catch-22, that's a sane act. So insanity, being crazy, is not a choice. It's not logical, because when you're in a Catch-22, logic is trapped. There are two logics. For each view is a logical, valid view, but they're the same. You see. And that's where we are right now. That's why we can't unfocus on Trump, because we are caught in a Catch-22. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you have a good Zen Fit today.